and it's been a long time. This game probably looks very familiar to you. It is Minecraft PS4. Of course, this is the first time I've done this whole share factory thing, and as you can see, a lot has changed. Especially around in my house. My house does look the same. Let's go ahead and I'll point out some of the new stuff that's happened. A lot of new stuff's happened. As you can see, I've acquired 2 new dogs. Of course, that's Onyx, the usual one. This one's a new dog, and this one over here, poking his head in the corner, is a new dog as well. There's also been some new territory, some new cities, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and head down to one of the new things we've got. So here's the garage. This is actually my little walkway, so I don't have to go outside anymore. I've also torn up this wall back here. As you can see, I've got my new mule and my new horse. Of course, I use a vehicle car system kinda in this world. Pigs are the hatchbacks and small sedans. The mules are the light duty trucks, such as a Silverado or Sierra, F-150 or Ram, and all of its levels, 1500, 2500, 3500. The donkeys are the big rigs, and the horses are the supercars, which explains why this one's called a McLaren 675 LT. So we're gonna go up there in the horse that is named after the McLaren. I'm gonna go ahead and show around something that's going on around here in this area. Of course, if you remember, this is Reedsville, part of my North Carolina territory. This is Nirvana Drive, which has been expanded. Here is my friend Ethan's house, although he'll be featured in some more videos here in a few days. Of course, I did some stuff. I modeled his house after like a small ranch house. I'll give you guys a tour here momentarily. Let me go park this back at my house first, and then I'll give you guys a tour of his house. If you probably can tell, he's been a real good friend of mine. He's probably one of the very few friends I've got that actually likes to actually spend time with me in person. You know, he enjoys coming by and stuff. But anyway, this is the house I built for him because he's never played PS4 before and he's just now getting into Minecraft, and I thought of building him something that he'd enjoy. So of course we've got the glass pane windows. As you can tell, this is the I guess replacement for a TV right now, with a clock that is fully functional. His little makeshift couch here. If you're wondering why his carpet is blue, it is to match his truck, which is also this same shade of blue. Here's a bedroom, of course, with a chest to store some of his equipment. And something my house doesn't have that's pretty unique to his, besides the fireplace, is this back porch. Of course, it's a really cruddy view, since all you get in your face is a tree and part of the Clemson Stadium, because this area is like right on the border. And also this random cow here. I'm going to have to kill you now. Oh, slaughterhouse. Wait. Whoa, that was a laggy arrow. That lag was real on that arrow. There we go. Thank you very much, sir, for your donation. Anyway, so that's Ethan's house. Of course, he's got this little fireplace and a chest that has firewood and the flint and steel, so when the fire does burn out, he can have something on backup. And here's his donkey, of course, or mule, which is also based on his real-life truck as well. So anyway, enough about what's going on down in Reedsville. Let's go up north on Mountain Pass to figure out some of the stuff that I've developed here recently, as well as a pretty good fudge up I did as well. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the garage. We're going to head down Nirvana Drive. Of course, this is the one gravel road next to all the ones that are in Indianapolis. Car Connections Incorporated right there. If you haven't watched Sub Kylo 4's videos, that's what this area is based on. I'm not going to really go in depth on that because you guys have probably already seen it. Going to hit the interstate. I'm so used to driving the mule around, I'm actually not used to this whole high-speed thing. Charlotte off to our left, Durham off to our right. Y'all know the usual stuff. Mountain Pass here. So, of course, New York, the New York, Pennsylvania, and Maine territories are around here. And if you're wondering, the difficulty I'm on right now is peaceful, and the reason for that is to avoid getting my horse killed or myself killed while filming, because that stuff does frustrate the crap out of me quite bad. So we've just crossed into the Virginia territory off to our, well, ahead of us you can see Scott Stadium from Virginia, and around the corner here as we go further on the mountain you'll see Virginia Tech and Blacksburg. I think you'll be able, oh shoot, almost fell off. That would have been catastrophic, as that is basically just a chasm right there. There's Blacksburg down there, Virginia Tech football stadium, Lane Stadium, which I don't know why I built in all my favorite college football teams' rivals stadiums. Of course, the usual tree trapping me there. But as we're continuing in the Virginia territory, it does transfer over. Here's the big fudge up. Here's Philadelphia sign. Where's this Philadelphia? Is that way? Here's the Pennsylvania border. Yeah, I know. I'm going to fix that later on after I film this. But we're just going to keep on passing through because Philadelphia. Oh, shoot. Why in the world are you sinking? Oh, I can't get back on the horse. Oh, fudge. I don't have a way to get him out. How am I going to get him out? I don't have a lead. Why in the world did I not bring a lead with me? I am an idiot. If that thing dies... Why don't you stop hitting the freaking thing, you idiot? Okay. I just had to compose myself there because I was really on the verge of screaming right there. Because that horse took me about several hours to make, and I really don't understand where this crater came from. So here's the New York territory. Well, now I'm going to have to find some way to get back home on foot. Just my freaking horse killed itself. Alright, so here's Buffalo. If you've been paying attention to my Instagram or probably haven't seen it on Facebook, but I have built the New York City Twin Towers here up ahead. You can't go in them because they're surrounded by fence. You can go in them in creative mode, but there's nothing inside of them of any interest. So here's the New York Bridge right here. I'm really mad about that horse. Either way, so here is the New York Bridge, as I've said. And here's New York City. Off to our right here, of course, is ground zero of 9/11. The little memorial I've built here for the Twin Towers, as well as I've built the Twin Towers myself. They're the same dimensions. I think this one might be a block or two wider. I think it's a block wider, but it's the same height, same width on the top pedestals up there. And then here's New York Chevrolet, the small dealership I made. Took me very little time actually. So here are the vehicles we've got out front. These are the new vehicles. They got a Tahoe, a Silverado, another Silverado, and a Cruise V6. Now we go out back, you'll find me and my girlfriend's old steeds. My 2011 Ram 2500 Longhorn and her 2040 F350 dually 7.3. Of course, again, that donkey is based on my old classification. The Ford is based on my old classification system, where everything that was a truck related was a donkey. But the Ram is a mule. So let's continue on the road. We're gonna go back to Buffalo. I'm not gonna show that store. It's kind of a surf store, which I know it doesn't make any sense because it's New York, but it's the beach biome, so I just had that there. So we're back on the Mountain Pass Highway, getting ready to turn into Maine. In fact, there is the border right there for Maine. So let's continue on the road. What we have here is the Maine Hotel. I'm pretty sure I've shared this the last time I was down here filming in Maine. Parking lots, usual stuff. But I think the biggest changes, though, were down here in this area. As you can probably tell, the road usually just went straight on down through here. Now here's the Cape Cod city limits. So we're in Cape Cod, Maine right now. Off to our left here is Millennium Street, and then down there is the coast. And what's on Millennium Street, you may ask, is a building, as you can probably tell, with some hillside parking where I've parked that horse I just killed, like right here. This exact spot. I've came up here several times already in the horse. But the restaurant, Redfish, Bluefish 1 or 2 here in Cape Cod. This is probably one of my favorite projects. It is a pretty neat little place. You've got a pretty good view of the ocean as well as a review of downtown New York here as well. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tables. as well as a small kitchen where the fish is cooked here. As you can tell, I've already cooked some of it, and then there's a small chest full of all sorts of fish. And once that stock is ran out, you just come out here to the back door, and the coast is like literally right outside the door. You can fish and replenish the restaurant as needed. So that's some stuff that's changed out here in the northern areas of the world. I think that's really all that I've really changed so far. So let's head on back home. Since I don't have a horse, I could just have to walk. I'm very upset still. But anyway, as you can tell, the world has been very little changed. And if you go back to my early PlayStation 3 videos, it has changed quite drastically in comparison to that version of the world, which is actually still on the PlayStation 3. I have the same world, the original banged up version, which only I think the most I don't even think it had the European expansion on it yet. No, I don't think it did. So it's still the continental stuff. It only leads to Birmingham, and that's about as far as it goes. Besides the Grand Cayman Island. So we're going back through Pennsylvania. I have no idea where the roads are since they're all covered in snow. I can kind of get a general idea where they are, but can't really see very well on them right now. So we're just heading on back. About to cross into Virginia and past Philadelphia, which was a big fudge up, and I'm going to fix it in a minute when I get done filming this. A little bend here. Alright. So we're heading up the mountain. And a horse, this would have taken seconds, but no, my horse had to go drown itself like an idiot. I at least got my saddle back, so I guess there was that. And luckily for me, there's a new high-end horse dealership in Birmingham I can go to pick up a new steed, if needed. Alright, so we're just going to head on up. We're back, I think we're about to pass, I think after this right-hander turn here, we'll hit a left-hand turn, and that'll be the border with North Carolina. I can't get back onto the road, apparently. There we go. Come on, there we go. There's the North Carolina border. So we are back in the territory that leads to my house for the first time without my horse. This is like one of the very few times I've actually walked home. This is the first time I've done it in survival mode. So let's keep it going. Of course, all the Charlotte exits. I'm pretty sure I did show Ben Folds Field. I forgot who Ben Folds is. I remember at the time I first showed it off. I do remember the guy's name then, but I don't remember what he did now. Weird how you can go through that glowstone block on a horse, but I can't do it when I run through it. Almost there. And again, if you haven't heard me say it already, this world is in peaceful mode, or peaceful difficulty. So I don't have anything get blown up. And ironically, as soon as I said that, that's when the horse got killed. I said I didn't want anything to die, and the horse died as soon as I said that. So, yeah. We're back home. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. As I've switched rooms in the house. The old guest room is now my bedroom. Got myself a little TV up there. With a creeper staring through a glass window. All that good stuff. So that'll do it for this very hectic Jedi War video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.